Happy New Year. Happy 2026 it is now. Joe here, of course. Who else would be on my thing except me? Here it is. What time is it? It is almost 1 o'clock. I'm supposed to head over to my sister's house, be there at 4 for dinner or whatever. My sister and brother-in-law's house. Probably would be taking my girlfriend, but she's ill again. I think she got a little bug. And so probably just be me, myself, and I. And my other sister will probably meet us there. But that's about it. I've been in here doing a couple things. I'm about to show you one here in a bit. This video is mainly for Grandpa Mark. Mark, my buddy and cohort, and hopefully with Ken from Model Building and Retirement. Hopefully we get something going here soon. Everybody gets past the holidays and get caught up, and we're going to try to get a little something going here. Collaboration, a meeting of the minds, so to speak. I don't know what the total IQ of that's going to be, but hey, it'll be interesting. Anyhow, this is for Grandpa Mark. This is, I see, starting another group build, as if I need to get into another. I've already missed how many this year. Being hospitalized and all that stuff for a while and ill didn't help. But I just realized, I think it's Paul Left Coast Models. He had the customs and rods build. I can't remember the exact name of it. I had the Catalina kit I was going to build for that. Just a mild little custom. Never touch it. It was supposed to be due last night. And that didn't happen. What else didn't happen? My street machine for Blue Ox. It's close. In fact, I might try to finish it later today and get it to you guys, or tomorrow or something. Even Jason said it's not a big deal. It's for fun. Don't feel like you have to be done that day. So, yeah, I didn't make it. I got the engine wired the other night. It's sitting over here on my bench. The body's pretty much done, except it needs bare metaled and stuff like that. And the engine dropped in and a few details and put it together. It's just I haven't got to it. But this is for Grandpa Mark in a couple ways. First of all, he's starting a group build, the purple group build. And since there's no end date, I'm going to join in on this. If there was a end date too close, I wouldn't even be doing this. I still got commission builds. And Nas, if you're watching, I haven't forgot you, buddy. And I appreciate what you did. Yours is still in the works. I'm going to be getting to it. Girlfriend, she's out of her apartment. She's with her daughter and son-in-law. I still got to go over there. Well, hopefully not too many more times, because I guess she was there to the end of the month, officially. So hopefully her landlord goes there. I have a note on the door telling what's wrong. And to be the nice guy I am, I'm still going over there twice a day, in the morning and in the evening, and dumping the pan I told you about that's under that overflow valve, that safety valve on the boiler. Because I don't want the floor to get soaking wet and the whole floor to be a puddle. I tried turning the water off the other day, and yeah, just like they said, both valves on either side of the water meter are shot. You could turn them all the way off, and the water still flows. So, I wanted him a note to know that, in case he goes in there to crack a pipe to change something. Hey, you can't turn it off until the city comes out and puts a new line at the street, a new valve there, which doesn't look like they ever did. But I'm looking at the water meter when I was in there, and it looks newer. I don't remember if it was a sort of new one or if it was a brand new one. Because in this house, I had the old style, from the 40s, 50s, 60s, whatever it was. And, the old metal one. And now I got this new thing that's all plastic and it's electronic and Bluetooth. So they don't even have to come in the house to read it. They drive by and it picks up on their little things or whatever. Or I think it reports. I don't even think they drive by. I think it reports to some nearby tower or something and gets amplified and sent to them. Who knows? But yeah, that and a couple other little details. And I told them the good points. Hey, I put a new ceiling fan in. I put a new thermostat on and stuff like that. So I went there this morning and the note's still on the door. So I dumped the bucket. I'll dump it again tonight because I don't think he'll be there today. I'll go this evening after my sister's house. And then in the morning, unless he's been there during the day today, and then I don't have to go anymore. So I should be having a little more free time. Not that that's a lot of time, but it is like, about a 5-mile trip, 10-mile round trip. and the time, drive over, drive back, drive over, drive back, twice a day, and that's done. And her having to move is done. And hopefully everything else stays stable so I could, on the time, when I have free time, I could be in here and I want to get these commission builds. I got Naz's, I got Mr. Flores's Mustang, which is painted but got to be bare metaled, clear coated, and paint the interior, a bunch of other details. I got a few other commission builds, plus I'm always doing slot car bodies for extra cash. And so that's the only reason I'm diving in on this one. There's no end date, so neither is the other one I'm about to show you. But this is going to be my purple people eater, or purple monster, or whatever. I haven't done a mini truck type thing in a while. I won't be using that cap because I really don't care for how you have to. I think it's got 2 quarter panels, different ones, or you have to cut into it. I can't remember. I'd have to open that box up here. But I won't be using that cap with that bay window that goes down into the truck bed. If it didn't have that, I'd probably use it. I'll probably change wheels and tires out, maybe lower to give it that, 80s/90s mini truck thing. Just a mild custom. I got some paint here. Hold on. I got an order from MCW. Now I got this. I don't know how well it's going to show on camera. And you really got to mix these MCWs. You can see how much silver's on the bottom. That's all the metallic. You got to really, stir it around, and and the more you do that, the more it's already putting that metallic up in the paint. But this is called, it's a purple. It's called Wild Plum Metallic. This is a 1971 AMC color. So I think I'm going to use that on it. I might use another purple too, maybe do a fogging in type of thing or some graphics. I don't know yet. Then I ordered this. This is a Neptune green. This is a 55 Chevy. Probably all GM, I take it. And it may be other years too. I'm not sure, but it does say 55 on it because 5504. So there's your 55. That tells you the year. Then I ordered some of their red oxide primer, the MCW stuff. I want to try a little more with that airbrush. I haven't really used my new, gallery airbrush that much. A couple times. The only downside for me is having to clean the damn thing. I kind of like my Model H better, my Pache, because you spray with it and you run some thinner through it, wipe the jar out, and it's done, because it's single action. It just siphon feed. And then I got some of their gray primer. So there's those. So I'm thinking this courier is going to be, purple color. And tell you what, hold on a second. Okay, that was probably, well, for me it was a few seconds. For you it was a second. I ordered some of these Kaleido from Gallery. Let's get in closer here. Got this. This is called Verde or Verde. I don't know how you pronounce that. But yeah, Verde. Nice metallic green. These are these acrylics that are supposed to be really cool. I got this gunmetal. This is out of their metal series. This is their auto colors here, I believe. And then we have more of this acrylic. This is called a metallic purple red. So I think, yeah, this needs to be really mixed better. But I think it's a flip-flopping type color. I'm not sure. Because it really needs, the jar, as you can see, you can see how it changes color just there, just from, being settled. I got this the other night, by the way. That's another thing. Mail has been coming late. I used to get, mail to the house, I'd say like late morning, early afternoon. And I ordered, it said coming the other day, like by 9 a.m. I'm like, that's early. Then it said between 11:15 and 12:45. Then it said by 4:30 p.m. I'm like, okay. Well, 4:30 comes, it's still not here. I'm looking up on, it says by, I know around here, I think they go as late as 9 p.m. And usually that doesn't work for me because 9 times out of 10, I get stuff at the P.O. box down the street. But I'm like, okay, well, this is coming to my house. So, sure enough, about 8:01, I get a text. It's delivered to the front door. I'm like, I go down there, I had a package. I had some stuff. And then the other night, like it was like 7:59, this stuff showed up. And it's in an envelope, a padded envelope. The guy, I looked out on the porch through the window, and I'm like, I don't see footsteps. I'm like, what the heck, is it there? I opened the door, looked down, it's on the porch itself. It's not in the mailbox. It would have fit. He just tossed it on the porch, and it's white on white snow. I mean, I could have stepped out the door and stepped on it. So I brought them in. They were ice cold. I mean, you barely grip them. So I put them in a box and put them by the register and warmed them up. And what else I get here? This is Twilight Purple. You can see that. Even that, I don't know if that's just the jar they're in. Maybe, no, it did just settle. But yeah, Twilight Purple. These are all acrylics. I've never used them. I'm going to have to definitely try them. I see Ken and Mark are using them. This is Metallic Racing Red. That looks pretty bright. I guess it has to go over a nice light color primer to achieve that. And this is Magma Orange. And then what else I get? This is another metal. This is Red Copper. And as you can see, it's settled too, because it's like almost silver there at the bottom of the jar, and then it's red there. So, you know, apparently these need mixed up really well. So yeah, I'm going to have to learn to use those and give them a shot. But anyhow, the other subject of this here video, and what else did I get in the mail lately? What the hell did I get? Oh, I got my F100 engine from VCG. That finally showed up. Yeah, that's the Y block. There's the F100 and there's the stock one for like the car. Well, this is stock for the truck. The only real difference is slightly different air cleaner, and there's the crossover pipe for the exhaust. It goes from the front of the manifold to the front of the other one. Because I got another project. I got another Grandpa Mark project. In fact, I got the Route 66 truck. I'd like to put that engine in. Luckily, there's no end dates on some of these. But yeah, I've missed a few this year. And I'm trying to think. I got a few others sitting over here on my shelf of group builds that may or may not make it to their date. I already got a few that are way past their date. I gave up. I mean, I'll get them done, but they're nowhere near their date. One of them was July 4th. Well, I was in the hospital then, you know, and I wasn't even touching it at that point. So, plus I was waiting on decals that didn't come in until a month and a half, 2 months later. But let's take you on a little trip here, and I'm going to show you something. Okay, here. This is also for Grandpa Mark. This was for, I think, last year. Well, yeah, almost a year now. This would have been in the February or something like this. I'd have to go back through his videos, but he had a group build, and this was the Ford was the theme. And I started on this, and it was quite a ways done. This could have been done quite a while ago, but I just kind of forgot about it. And this is a 65 or 66, I think 65. The only difference is the grills are slightly different. They call it flare side, I call it step side. I did this using the Youngstown decals I had STS make me. And then the Public Utilities Commission, that came from the AMT 63 Nova wagon. And yeah, 6.7. God, if I would have known that would have been a thing, I wouldn't have put that number. The only reason I use that, because that's just the way the number is laid on the sheet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, I just cut 6, 7 out. I could have cut 56 or 78. You know, I just cut them together and make it easier. But anyhow, yeah, this is the Ford. Now, I didn't do a lot in the way of what you would call wiring. I did add a grill guard. That comes from VCG, I believe. And last night, I had to change his hood emblem. This is the hood emblem that belongs on it. I had the V8 version on it. I didn't realize because they give you 2 in the kit. Because they have the 6-cylinder kit and the 8-cylinder kits. And this had the 6-cylinder. I didn't realize it, so I changed that. But yeah, I got that. Went with the white bumpers. The white wheels with the body color hubcaps, as many of the old trucks had. White mirrors.
I added a spotlight because I figured, hey, this guy goes where he's going at night or in the dawn areas and has to look for an address or something. Well, he might need a light. What else we got here? We got the toolbox, which I don't know if it's accurate for 66, and I could have sanded it smoother. It is a 3D print one I got online. I painted it white and dirtied it up a little bit. I added a gas can. That comes from the Nova kits. I had some 3D printed cones I got on eBay. I don't remember from who or whom. I painted them orange. They were already came in an orange color, but I painted them a slightly darker orange, and the base is flat black, and I didn't do the reflective stripes. I did look up, however, what year did those things start being made, because I didn't want to put them in this truck if they didn't come along till the 70s. They came along in like 55 or 56. So yeah, so they're appropriate for this year. But yeah, there she is. They're glued in, by the way. White, again, another white mirror with the there you go, reflective. One I painted was still chrome, so I just taped it mirror side down and painted it. The other one I used a marker on because it was already stripped. But pull the hood off, and yeah, there it is. Yep. Always little fuzzy wuzzies in there. I could get one of those air blasters. But yeah, it's just got the heat riser tube coming off it. I didn't wire nothing, no fuel lines. I did change the battery from a parts box kit or parts box battery, because the battery that came in this thing looked more like a modern battery. It has the two big square caps, like battery would be made today. Not quite a fancy battery, one of those I can't think of the name of it now. It'll come to me. But yeah, like I said, there's no wiring. I just painted things different colors. Now that master cylinder is not the right one. It's just from a parts box. It's a 3D printed one. It's a little small. And the steering column got broke off. It was molded to the steering box and came up to that hole. I might have to put a rod down in there, down to the steering box. I forgot I broke that in experimenting with this. But anyhow, yeah, the battery that came with this looked too modern. I'm like, what the hell? I didn't want that. I wanted, the old cap style battery. So that's what I did. I put that in there. The underside, it's not totally rusty. It's weathered, but, hey, it's a fairly new truck. Because, in fact, I think I put an Ohio plate on it. Let's see here. Yep, 1966. So that's what I did. The floor of the bed, I just put this tread plate down as if they threw a plate down there of it to be something a little bit heavier duty and stronger than the wood floor. And plus, I didn't feel like painting it, so I just dirtied up that floor. The chassis and the interior, let's see if we can zoom. Come on. I used the decal that came with it for the gauges, which really looks good. I mean, those look, man, I really like that they started doing that. Oh, put a radio in. That came from the Revell 57 Ford police car, station wagon, whatever. I painted it kind of like a goldish beige color, and then have some clear red and clear green pilot lights. One's transmit or power and receive, whatever. The microphone, 67. So whoever's running this truck, remember what unit number they're in. Yeah, just real basic, gray and black interior. Nothing fancy, but yeah, Mark. So there you go. There's my Ford group build from, I think it was last February or March or April. I don't remember. All I know is before I took ill and all that good stuff. And it's painted a Tamiya color. It's a military color. I 1K cleared it. It's not super glossy. See, the roof is duller than the rest for some reason. But I think it's called blue gray. It's some military color. I'd have to see if I still have any. But yeah, that's about it. Just a real basic Ford pickup. And I don't know if Youngstown ever had a public utilities commission, but they do now. So that's where I'm going with that. Or that's where I went with it. But just finished this up this morning. I actually put the lower and upper radiator hoses in there. I don't know if they're going to show. Probably not. Let's get under the light. Yeah, you can kind of see the hose there. But yeah, it's got an upper and a lower hose. One more look at the engine area. That's it. You know, it's got the washer bag and come on, focus. I dulled the wipers down. They were chrome, so I hit them with some dull coat. But yes, I did get something done. Yay. So technically, that's my first one for 2026, even though I started it in 2025. So there you go. Took almost a year to do. There you go. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to, well, hold on a second. Let's do this. And there's Mitzi. And this is my room. And this is what I'm dealing with today. It started last night. Yesterday, well, afternoon, evening, and then it got really heavy. Oh, I don't know, 8 or 9, and somewhat overnight. And I know when I went to bed, I was up at midnight, but I was laying in the bed, and I could see the snow under the street lights, you know, going out here. And yeah, it snowed somewhat overnight. They did a pretty good job. You can see there's already blacktop on the road. They got it plowed down, but my driveway and my front walk, which is, you really can't see it over this little roof over the porch or the foyer here. But I want to go outside, at least run the shovel for the mailman tomorrow. I mean, there won't be one today, and run a quick path on the front walk, because people do walk on my street. Almost, you know, every day I see someone, you know, at least one person, you know, but more usually, but yeah, never less than one. Even when it's cold, there's somebody walking up and down the street. There won't be no school kids, and I've never seen school kids getting dropped off or picked up here, because my next door neighbor to that side has no kids. This side, this guy does, but they're not quite school age. I think that'll be this year. So they'll probably both be starting school here, and at least one of them will, and then the other one's right behind them. So yeah, there'll probably be a bus stop in front of my house, but the furthest he has to walk down is the end of his driveway. But I don't see kids in my neighborhood like walking up and down the street, you know. But anyhow, I'll still be courteous and go out there and shovel that later. Before I probably go over to my sister's house, I'll throw my boots on in a couple of minutes here, and I'll shovel a path from the back steps to my truck. I don't even bother shoveling my driveway. And there's Deuce. Say hi, Deuce. Why should I shovel my driveway? I got a 4x4, and I'm the only guy going. See, that's why I leave that window, that blind open a little. So these guys can sit on the cat tree here and look out the window. And yeah, so I'll go back to my room over here. And I'll put this stuff away. And there's my messy paint booth. Somebody asked online the other day about these paint booths. Can you use them with spray cans? And yeah, you can, but spray cans, even the little cans, make a bigger cloud than the airbrush does. So it does, you know, fill up that filter a lot faster. What I do is I get my vacuum with the attachment on it. I sort of vacuum this side of it out. And, you know, I got some paper mats from the shop to put down, because I already got this thing paint on the edges of it and stuff. It does work, and it's still sucking fumes. I mean, as long as you see the cloud going out of it, you're good. But yeah, spray cans definitely clog it faster than the airbrush does. So, but still better than, you know, going outside when it's this cold. Yeah, if I get a chance, you know, I got time,
I could run out to the shop and do big stuff there. And if it's not super cold, I could still do stuff on the back porch. But this is really nice. Just turn around and do stuff in here. But I definitely need practice with the old airbrush because, I'm not used to using it yet. At least the dual action one. But yeah, there you go, Grandpa Mark. Let's push this back a little further. Let's do this. Oh, can't do that. But that's my truck. Why won't... There we go. Yeah, this turntable thing here came with the paint booth. I still got to pick up an electric one that I could put my built stuff on and have it spin. Well, that gives you an idea. So that's where I'm at. And like I said, I still got these slot bodies all over my bench here. And I got plenty of projects in my wall of started projects here that some are closer than others and that I got to get to. I got paint. I got Mountain Dew. I'm sitting there watching HPI guys now. And yeah, I think that's about it. I got... do I got anything else coming? Yeah, I got some wheels and tires. Some other stuff coming from MCV. There's Deuce. Which, God, his Manhunta, however that's pronounced where he's down there, I think Georgia. They must have slow mail because I think I ordered the stuff before Christmas, a day or so before, and it's been down there since the 26th, like in the same city. I'm like, now they're saying I'm not supposed to have it till Monday. I'm like, really? I mean, everything else showed up, but they must have taken Christmas vacation with the kids from the school. Okay, well, everybody, I've taken up 26 minutes, almost 27 of your time. Everybody have a good new year. I personally am hoping that 2026 is a better year for me and my circle of family and friends than 2025 was. Between me being ill and in the hospital, my girlfriend falling not once but twice, and breaking something not once but twice, me being laid off basically half a year, that, and my mom falling ill several times and passing. There's been other things. I can't even think of all now. It's always some little inconvenience or major inconvenience or a death or illness. Let's just hope this year is better. I'm still sort of job hunting. But to be honest with you, I'm less than a year from retirement now. I mean, I could take it at 62, but I'm still going to have to find some side gig or, keep building model car bodies for side money. Or maybe find a part-time job. I know you're allowed to have some income on top of Social Security. But right now, I mean, the jobs I'm looking at, I've applied to a few. I have to, and a lot of them are paying half of what I was getting paid for doing more work, or I could take unemployment for a little bit longer and get paid half of what I was getting paid for doing no work. I probably shouldn't say this publicly, but, what the hell? What do they expect? If I can find a job paying as much as I was getting paid, or more, or even a job with being paid a little less, but a whole lot less work, well, then that's one thing, but come on, get money to do nothing, or the same money to work. It doesn't make sense. It's really a sad situation. So, yeah, I mean, I got till next November. So, who knows? I mean, I'll probably find something here soon, and, I got the slot bodies and commission builds I can, excuse me, it's almost yawned. I can't keep me going, but yeah, what do you want? It is what it is. And, is there anything else new? No, I don't think there's nothing else new before I let you go. I don't think so. I'm just anxiously awaiting all the new kits that are hitting the market here soon. And I'm going to be broke because I'm going to buy them. I'm going to buy them all. So I will talk to you all later. So again, Happy New Year. I hope your 2026 is good or great or excellent or whatever. I hope it's good for you. I hope you, make money. I hope you have health, happiness. Hope you get laid or not, if that's what you're not into. I don't care. Hey, whatever floats your boat, makes you happy. Hey, I want everybody to be happy. So, for all my subscribers, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I really can't do a year wrap-up video. I mean, did I build anything besides this and a couple others? I may make a wrap-up video eventually. Maybe later tonight or something. I might do one. In fact, I might do a video of all my builds, what few I have done. For those of you that didn't subscribe until I became Joe's new Rush Shop, you could go back to Joe's Rush Shop. The videos are still up. And you can see all my other builds I've done over the past couple years. So you could do that too. But I might just make a video for all you new guys that don't want to do that. I might show you everything I've built. And, okay, I keep saying I'm going and I'm not. Now it's even longer. So, okay, well, Happy New Year. And I'm out.